Мендоза стоит.
Да, все плохо. Ладно. Ну что, получается. Отвратительно. Да, где лучше совсем. Так к стеклу подойди. Зачем? Очень не сразу. Уже время. А? Так, если все задержат, все задержат. Почему не что-то можно задержать? А вы цели не знаете? Почему? Не, против Гугла проверить. Да, на целый час. Да, естественно, давай.
Только пораньше постарайся, раньше мне, пожалуйста. Хорошо?
Ну, давай.
Hello. Dobry wieczór. Как дела?
Окей. Аплодировали, ребята.
How are you going? Nice to see you again. How are you? Hang on. Yes.
У нас есть 20 минут, поэтому, наверное, мы начинаем задавать вопросы. Пожалуйста.
Да. Значит, последний ваш релиз, как был выпущен под клипом Whitesnake, это был альбом Restless Heart, записанный, который Дэвид прилетел вопрос, записанный только вами и Адрианом Бергом. Как вы оцениваете вообще этот альбом? И, собственно говоря, каковы причины реформирования группы Whitesnake? Потому что в 1997 году, когда вы приезжали, вы говорите, что это был ваш прощальный тур. Альбом назывался Restless Heart.
Yes. About 20 years ago. About 20 years ago.
Right. What do you think about this? How it was?
For so long.
What's your opinion? Yes, your opinion about your release.
Well, I don't really understand, but I was very, very happy to get away from the music business. I didn't want to make another record, but that's before I met these guys, and now I have the inspiration to make another record. We have a new manager who's very exciting to work with, and I think we can be looking at us probably recording a new album next year. Next year we should be releasing a live DVD, which will be the first legitimate Whitesnake DVD we've recorded from this tour.
Это был последний альбом, который был записан, после этого он совсем не хотел заниматься музыкой. Только тогда, когда он встретил ребята, он решил записать свой следующий альбом. Этот альбом будет сделан, соответственно, списан этого тура и записан его.
Можно вот к этому вопросу добавление? Вот сейчас команда Whitesnake, не очень звездный состав, все члены группы переиграли в огромном количестве звездных команд, так скажем. Как они все подобрались, как отбирают музыкантов?
referring to some of the other musicians in the band currently? Well, David has known all of us for quite some time. And he's known Douglas we've known Doug for a long, long time. And Marco and I worked together in the past as well as he is with David. So it's a pretty small fraternity of musicians and, kind of our genre of music. So it was not so much someone who was particularly famous, but just having had natural relationships and stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted famous people.
Он знает давно, в основном все они знакомы очень давно. Это не пытались собрать звездный состав, только собрали друзей и решили как бы сделать такие.
Скажите, если бы была возможность, с кем бы из своих бывших коллег по музыке вы бы еще бы хотели поработать в будущем?
Why? I had a great time to work with all of the people I've ever worked with. I feel very honored to have worked with some marvelous musicians, but I don't see any reason to actually go back to that. So I'm very happy with the people I'm working with now. I worked with Tommy, of course, before, and so I was utterly delighted that we could get to the opportunity to work together again. But I very rarely go into the past.
Он не хочет возвращаться назад в прошлое, то есть он хорошо поработал тогда, у него были замечательные связи, замечательные проекты. Раньше он работал с Томми, и как бы сейчас он работает с этими людьми, он не хочет возвращаться обратно в прошлое.
Ребята, я прошу, чтобы вопросы задавали всем участникам.
Следующий альбом, который будет возможно.
Your next album, what did you do?
Douglas,
Your next album, what is that? What will be the next album?
Well, I think it's mostly going to be generated from David. That it's going to be probably something that will have the integrity of. My hope is it'll have the integrity of the old Whitesnake, but it'll have a fresh new sound that incorporates, early blues roots, brought up to date.
Some old blues stuff. Yeah. Doug and I have been actually messing around writing for the last. We've been working almost 2 years together. So over the last 2 years, we've been just putting little bits of ideas together. Very exciting to me. Because now it's not necessary to look at a radio hit or an MTV video and all that bullshit. Now it's just make music however, the best you can. And it's very inspiring. You'll see tomorrow, it's a very inspiring band.
Они надеются записать тот старый Whitesnake, но с новым звучанием, то есть что вернуться к блюзовым корням, но сейчас Дэвид работает. Все зависит от Дэвида, и он, собственно говоря, определяет основную линию, по которой пойдет дальше Whitesnake. И, соответственно, они им не надо писать хиты, которые будут завтра топовыми, они просто делают хорошую музыку.
Собственно говоря, свой состав состоит из музыкантов, которые играют в таких группах, как Дио, Оззи Осборн, в составах Элиса Купера. Собственно говоря, не значит ли это, что следующий альбом будет иметь такое тяжелое металлическое звучание?
Can you speak up? Oh, come on. This is the new keyboard player.
Today the group consists of musicians who play with Ozzy Osbourne, Dio, and Alice Cooper. Don't you think the album will have these roots and the very hard sound of music?
No, it's going to sound like each player is working with me. It's not going to sound anything like Alex Cooper. It's not going to sound anything like Dio. It's not going to sound anything like Ozzy Osbourne. It's going to sound like fucking Whitesnake.
Владыка, пожалуйста, кем...
Yes, sir.
Дэвид, скажите, кем для вас как человек остался Томми Болин? И есть ли на концертах, играете ли вы какие-то песни, специально ему посвящая?
Какой
Томми Болин.
on the stage?
From Tommy? From that time, no. But we are playing
For
some...
Tommy.
No, I hold those memories in my heart. I don't play anything for Cozy Powell either. These are things that are personal and in my heart. It's not for me to do this, and it's nothing to do with these musicians.
Он таких песен не играет на сцене для Тони Бойлина или песни Тони Бойлина, или в честь него. Это все остается у него в сердце, это только личные воспоминания, и они никак не относятся.
Хорошо, сюда же вопрос. Как известно, в 1969 году впервые Джон Лорд, клавишник Deep Purple, впервые, так сказать, заинтересовался вами как вокалистом. Могли бы вы вспомнить ту встречу, когда он впервые вас увидел, или может что-то интересный момент? Когда в группе Government.
In 1969,
I wasn't even born.
John Lord was from the Purple, interested in you like being vocalist. You played in government.
Oh, no, that was too early.
How you met him?
God, it may have been 1969. Jeez, I just like that Soissons Nerve vibe. I was opening for Deep Purple just after Ian Gillan and Roger Glover joined the band. They literally just joined the band. They hadn't made any records, and I think John and Richie were not sure if it was going to work out. I was just an opening act. It was at Sheffield University in England.
Yes, something just sings from the scene.
You speak English?
Yes. We all speak English.
All speak English?
Yes, of course.
Sings from this meeting.
Oh no, it was just extremely exciting for me. This is very funny. Hopefully, well, I think it's funny. I'll try to explain it. John Lord was very, very nice to me. John Lord is a very nice man, if any of you ever meet him. He's a very charming man, very articulate man, and of course a great musician. He said, wow, you've got a great voice. Well, for me, this was just incredible. I was a kid, you know, still at college or whatever. So this was really exciting that a star give me such a compliment. And Ian Gillan said, oh, what a pity your microphone was all distorted. Bastard. Bastard in Russian, I don't know.
We know.
Rather strong word, David.
Bastard. But yeah, so, and I watched my letterbox for weeks, hoping a letter would come. Dear David, come and join Deep Purple. However, you know, I got my opportunity later, so I'm very grateful for that.
Подождите, ребят, дайте нас переведет, а то у нас...
Only in English, por favor.
Сам still does.
No, it's okay, no.
Yes. Это была очень смешная ситуация, когда он встретил Джона Лорда. То есть Джон Лорд подошел и сказал ему, что у тебя потрясающий голос, ты замечательно поешь. И я ему сказал, жаль, что у тебя не был включен микрофон. И в течение, он был очень молодым, и это была потрясающая возможность, когда он получил такое замечание от таких звезд. В течение недели он каждый день смотрел свой почтовый ящик и ждал, надеялся, что придет письмо, его пригласят в Deep Purple.
I'm sorry that was so long, I'm forgiven.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you have some questions about the current upcoming concert or current projects also.
Yeah, can we ask him something? This exotic flower, this orchid on May. When you see it tomorrow, you'll be going, "My God, why didn't we ask him questions?" We've met before, you and I. Have I seen you before? I thought so.
There's a question.
Yes.
I'm from your
Можно
bulletin
по-русски
board.
задавать вопрос, пожалуйста?
From your bulletin board.
Oh,
Well,
Evgeny,
no,
how are you?
I have to apologize
Как
for this
дела?
one. I wanted to ask you, when you started your Whitesnake.com site, could you expect such an enormous, you know, the beneficials from your site in the fans sense?
Well, first let me say what a pleasure it is for me to meet you, to actually see you.
I'm going to.
We have, for those of you here, we have Whitesnake.com is a very, very busy website. I have been very private in my life, very public in my music, but very, very private in my life for my entire career. I've never been one to go for celebrity things. So when everybody was making websites,
Yeah.
my assistant, Michael McIntyre, said, we've got to start a website. And I'm going, why? I had no idea what we were going to do, and he showed me other websites which I just didn't like. They didn't feel any warmth, any...
Yeah, it grew to such a big machine.
Oh, it was all technical bullshit,
Actually,
you know?
yesterday...
And I said, whatever we do has to be personal. It's got to reflect who I am or whatever.
Yeah.
And the music, of course, and be respectful to this. So, first off, we got involved with a big American company called Artist Direct, which was supposed to be like this big, happening, exciting company, when really it was the Titanic of websites, and it sank like 5 minutes after we had the website up for 3 months, and they did nothing to it. There was one fucking posting. It was like, oh my God. And then I got poor Albert as a webmaster, and now we get 1 million hits. It's just ridiculous.
Speaking about poor Albert, he helps me to create Whitesnake.ru, Russian site of Whitesnake.
Forgive me,
The Russian side of Whitesnake. He helped
well,
me.
it's a white Russian snake.
It's like, no, it's Whitesnake.ru. Whitesnake in Russian.
Yours, okay.
And he helped me a lot.
Oh, he's great. He's a lovely man, a great human being.
Yeah, and actually yesterday with Pina and Paula.
It's very hard for me. I've got tendonitis in my shoulder. I can't type. So a lot of people are disappointed for most of this tour. I've got to keep my energy for the shows. Nobody seems to notice in concert, but it's extremely uncomfortable. But to sit at a computer and type answers to questions, I have to wait till I get home and get this fixed, you know?
You're still using a small pocket computer?
The laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Also, this time, you join in if you like. Because this tour is so long, I have a facility now. As you know from my website, I love my family. It's extremely hard for me to be away from my family and my son. So we have video conferencing now, which is, apart from this fucking place, the best hotel in Europe. They don't have it, you know. Go figure. Nice to meet you.
Very nice. I also wanted to thank these two lovely guys. They were so hospitable in the airport today, and it was such a pleasure to meet them.
You too, man. They're good guys. Great players and good guys.
From the heart of my
hang out for it.
Okay, but another question, if you please. Okay, but I'll ask in Russia, as Yulia asked about it.
Okay,
to Marco
this is the young lady.
question. Question to Marco. Насколько музыка Whitesnake сложна и как Марко может сравнить то, что он играл до работы с Whitesnake, насколько сложнее, проще, интереснее?
How musical Whitesnake is so complete, and how can you compare the music that you played before Whitesnake and when you played with Whitesnake?
How can I compare it?
Yes.
Oh God. Well, one thing that happened with David immediately when we started playing the music, when we were talking about working together, is he insists on us making it personal. So we take a little bit of freedom. I think that's important. But the music has been written. The songs are great songs. It's a very thin line where you can make it personal. But we try, and I think, you know, add our little touch to how we approach bass playing for me, for example. You know, but you gotta own it. I believe in that. I believe in owning what you play.
This guy is a giant of a musician. I've wanted to work with him for many, many years now. And the fact that Tommy and Marco have worked together as the rhythm section is really, it's a very powerful. To me, it's the best in rock. I'm completely happy with it.
Yeah.
But as Marco was saying, the situation is, I said, these are the songs. Tommy, of course, knows all the songs. But I said to all the new players, what would you have done with these songs had you been on the original version? I don't want you to play like fucking John Sykes. I don't want you to play like Bernie Marsden. Just play like who you are. That's why you're here. As long as we keep the essence of the song, that people will know what it is, you know. But it's not too out there.
Марко играл, старался играть, начал играть Whitesnake очень персонально, очень индивидуально. И когда новые музыканты появились в Whitesnake, Дэвид попросил их играть песни так, как они их чувствуют, то есть от себя. Таким образом, песня становится более эксклюзивной, более индивидуальной сама по себе.
Да.
Вчера в Москве.
Извините, ваше нынешнее отношение к Роберту Планту и...
Нет, это
Все. Вчера в Москве перед концертом. Вчера в Москве перед концертом я слышал, как пел Марко. Вы когда-нибудь записывались сами вот, в качестве вокалиста? Потому что голос очень интересный был.
Yeah, here and there. I've had the pleasure of working with some pretty legendary players. I just recently recorded some stuff with Ted Nugent. And I don't know if he's well known here, but vocally you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, talk about your trio.
Yeah, and I have my own project that I work with. In LA, as some of you might know, LA is like the mecca for session stuff. And, yeah, here and there, you know. I've done a lot of vocal work actually.
Он работал он записывался вокально, у него существует свой проект, состоящий из, это трио. Они записывались в Лос-Анджелесе под лейблом Nectar. Большинство из музыкантов, с которыми он пел, скорее всего, неизвестны в России, поэтому он не озвучил. Давайте.
I would love to record something in Russian.
Вопрос ко всем музыкантам.
Everybody.
Как принимается решение по поводу сет-листа концерта? И как они играют вообще, с каким чувством они играют песни, которые не они сочиняли, а всегда предыдущие периоды?
How to make a decision concerning the set list in the group for the concert, and how you play to include the songs which were written by old Whitesnake in the of previous years, songs of previous years, to put it into the set list.
Well, yeah, it's just what you think. We toured last year, and it's very rare to tour the next year, but we had a lot of invitations to come out and play. It was very exciting to do this. But last year was more of a kind of a greatest hits. It was the 25th anniversary of Whitesnake, and that was the whole premise, to come out and play those songs. So this year, because we were going to be playing some of the same countries, we decided to do some Deep Purple, and we started off doing some Coverdale Page, and some different Whitesnake songs. There are some Whitesnake songs we have to do. Here I Go Again, It's Still of the Night. Obviously, some songs that people would kill us if we didn't play.
Например, в прошлом году у них было 20-летие Whitesnake, они играли все старые хиты. Сейчас у них тут большинство по тем же странам, по которым они ездили в прошлом году, и поэтому они стараются играть какие-то даже песни из Deep Purple, свои старые песни, то есть делают такой своеобразный солянку.
The running order is kind of metamorphic as well. It's kind of trial and error as the tour goes on. We find things that work better in some places than others, so we're kind of changing things around as we go through to find out what works the best.
Пока они ездят в туре, они слышат, как люди реагируют на определенные песни, они могут что-то поменять, какие-то песни переставить местами, то есть не существует постоянного сет-листа.
Хорошо, и тогда пусть каждый музыкант ответит, кроме Дэвида. Пусть Дэвид не обижается. Как вообще, как работать с Дэвидом? Может, есть у него какие-то там, может, не нравится, может, они за что-то бывает сапаются там.
This is a question only for musicians. Sorry, Dave.
Oh, thank you. Singers are usually guys who hang out with you.
How it is to he work with Dave?
No day.
Dave.
Does he need to be here for us to answer?
No. Particularly if you call me Dave.
We only call him David, that's it. We're DC.
Oh, DC.
DC is good.
Well, I've been working with David off and on for quite some time, and as time goes by, it just gets better, you know. It's been a real privilege for me, and there's, even though, like you mentioned earlier about faithfully reproducing the tune, there's also a lot of leeway, you know, to kind of not so much put your own thumbprint on it, but to bring something, you know, that's personal to it. And for me, speaking for myself, there's really compelling drummers in this band, and it's a real privilege for me to play maybe some of the tunes that Cozy recorded, some of the tunes that Ainsley recorded, Ian Pace. I mean, those are three real heavy hitters right there, so it's a real privilege from a drummer's perspective. It's very drumistic music. The songs just kind of play themselves, so it's, for me, it's kind of like being on holiday in the south of France.
Ребята,
Oh, you're going to do this one,
одну секунду.
А для него работать с Дэйвом это как каникулы на юге Франции, то есть они постоянно что-то обсуждают, значит что-то новое, то есть без Дэйва они постоянно с ним советуются. Существует, конечно, разногласия, они решают, то есть это одна общая группа не существует, является лидером, а все остальные должны слушать его. Такого не существует.
Внимание, два последних вопроса, если можно, не очень длинно, пожалуйста.
Кто ваш герой в музыке был в детстве и сейчас, в данное время? И сразу второй вопрос.
Нет, один вопрос, нет, один вопрос.
Где-то вокалу или нет?
Who was your hero in music when you was a child and who was your hero?
When I was a kid, Little Richard, Elvis Presley, Bobby Bland, Muddy Waters, Otis Redding, Wilson.
And now?
Luciano Pavarotti. I'm in his fucking room upstairs. So fucking cool. I walked in, there's a big old Coca-Cola refrigerator there. What the fuck is this doing? I couldn't believe it. Then they came and took it out. It was Luciano's.
Для него является, ну вы слышали, на сегодняшний день это Лучано Паваротти, сейчас он живет, это, конечно, шутка, живет в его комнате, где проживал Лучано, и в его номере, когда он зашел в комнату, там стоял холодильник, его не успели убрать, и перед там извинились и сказали, что здесь был Лучано, просто он выезжал в этот день, и сейчас просто не успели убрать холодильник.
I'm hoping the bed still works when I go to bed.
Let me make maybe the last step. 7 years ago, I was a TV producer, and I made a report about your visit here during your farewell tour. You said that next year you will have first DVD with Whitesnake. No, you're really wrong, because that DVD is for you.
Oh.
It's 1997.
Oh, thank you
very
very
much.
much.
With you. Thank you for those.
Thank you very much. I know you will. I know you will.
Дэйв был здесь 7 лет назад. Как в общее впечатление от страны, успел ли что-то посмотреть и что бы он хотел посмотреть в России?
The last time we were here was 7 years ago. Have you seen anything? Would you like to see something during this visit? What do you think about it?
Well, I only really get a small opportunity to have a walk, really. I travel so much, I don't want to get a car and drive around St. Petersburg, so I walk. I'm very fortunate that I stay in hotels, which are central, so I can go and look around. But this is a beautiful area of the city, of course. But I don't have any time to be a tourist. You know, to me, I'm also not getting any younger, so I rest as much as I can.
То есть, когда 7 лет назад он прогулялся немного по городу, к сожалению, у него не было такой большой возможности, чтобы посмотреть все. То есть он постарался выбрать в этот раз отель в самом центре города. Возможно, у него будет возможность посмотреть все, но он не хочет ездить на машине, хочет пройтись, как обычный турист, но, может быть, ему этого и не удастся.
Все, дорогие друзья, думаю, что мы благодарим коллектив. Я надеюсь, что это понравилось.
Thank you very much.
It's a great to meet you here again.
Thank you, David.
And on summer, if you could.
Cheers.
Yeah. если можно, не покидайте буквально вот пару минут. Прошу,
Thank you.
On yourself.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Thank
On myself.
Thank you.
It's from your last visit here. Will you write
is
to
this
Constantine?
Which is Constantine?
Yes.
Perfect. Oh, I smudged that. Sorry, my friend. Can I some?
Гена,
You can see it.
thank you.
Thank you. I borrowed somebody's pen here.
They don't get it.
Марко.
Oh, Glenn. Oh, of course.
Please, пожалуйста, по одному, если вы несете все. Господа, по одному, пожалуйста.
Hey.